All right, hello and welcome to episode number 8 of the Daily Rogue with Jeremy, aka Andre Rogue. And hello, welcome. I hope you had some good holidays the other days. If you do the Christmas thing, then I hope it was good. Um, if you don't, hey, I hope your day was good anyways. Either way, I decided that we'd go ahead and take Monday off, which was, Christmas day of Christmas Eve, and then of course Tuesday took that off as well. So lots of friends and family. Christmas isn't like a big thing for me, but it's also a friends and family time. So went ahead and did that. And my voice is a little hoarse, but you will notice that there is a bit of noise going on in the background. That's because I have some heavy mining going on. And yes, yes. Um, so I have a couple fans running at over 4,000 RPMs. But you'll also notice that that orange box in the back is now this black and red box in the back. And I'm not sure. I was going to do my testing development on that, but I'm not exactly sure what was wrong. It was giving me some issues where it was running like it was being really flaky. Um, it was just intermittently slow. It intermittently didn't want to recognize anything attached to it. Um, like at random, like no hard drives. Like, yeah, sorry, there's no hard drive here to boot from. And it's like, but there is. BIOS says there is. I don't know what's going on. Um, and then it would usually involve a fresh installation, but even once it was installed, it was having a hard time connecting to the internet. It was going extremely slow. I mean, I'm already running stupidly slow anyways with the mobile hotspot, which after the first of the year I should be back up and running on regular good old-fashioned solid cable internet. And yeah. Uh, anyways, so that'll be a plus for absolute sure. And I'll start doing some live streams, so that'll also be another good thing. But anyways, yeah, I don't know what was going on with that board. It was just kind of flaking out. It's basically a brand new board. I think I bought it like I only bought it like hmm. I think I only bought it like 4 or 5 months ago. So it's been pretty recent. It's less than 8. It's way less than a year. I know that. So. But it's definitely less than 8 because I bought it when I moved here. So yeah, like a month after I moved here. So yeah, it's definitely yeah. Okay, so yeah, it's definitely under 5 months. Then it's been about 4. So, anyways, I don't know what the heck is going on with it. It's a gigabyte board. It seems to be okay. Occasionally, I was having some flaky issues where it would just all of a sudden say, "Yeah, I don't know, we can't boot anymore," because if I turned it off, it would just all of a sudden say, "Yep, can't boot anymore, no hard drive," even though, and then like the BIOS stuff would be like, "Yeah, I don't know, I don't see anything," but then when you go in and install, like you, then all of a sudden there's a hard drive there, and then you could do a fresh installation of Windows or Ubuntu, whatever, and it would see it, and then it would run flaky, but it would run, and then all of a sudden it would go away. So I swapped out to a couple different hard drives, and um, I don't know. Um, I don't know. It would still occasionally do it, but while it was running, it would be tremendously sluggish on at times for no apparent reason, and not just the mobile hotspot sluggishness, not those types of problems, actual day-to-day operating stuff, and this is with nothing on it. like nothing, like the bare minimum. Like just installing a video driver would take 4 or 5 hours. I mean, just ridiculous amounts of time was being wasted and invested into whatever the heck was going on. Now, so it could either be the board, but then the other thought I was like, well, maybe it could have been I had a water cooler on it. I mean, it's a brand new Corsair H115i water cool. So it is a massive beast of a water cooler, huge water cooler. And by all rights, according to the BIOS and later on, like CPU Z, I was only running at the highest I ever peaked was about 28 Celsius. So 28C, that's pretty dang cool. I mean, that's really, really, really cool. So it was definitely doing its job. Like when I would run the logs and stuff, and that was the highest it ever went was 28C. So there's no reason for, it wasn't like, oh, it slowed down and got sluggish because it was hot on the CPU. The CPU was fine. So I'm not exactly sure what was happening there, but I have this system that is 100% air cooled, and it is a different board also. So there's actually 12 system fans in there. I mean, this thing is loaded with fans. And I also have 4 graphics cards piled into it as well. But so far, it seems to be just fine. Seems to be working just fine. So, yeah. But I only have one of the cards actually doing any mining in it right now. Because I have 3 Radeon Pro Edition WX2100s, which are like the bottom line of the Pro Edition Enterprise cards. Basically, they're roughly the equivalent of an RX 550, but without all the extra. They have more compute processing built into them, is turned on by default, as opposed to the RX 550s, which are more designed for gaming, dealing with shaders and yada yada yada. So, but otherwise, they're essentially about the same lineup. So, I'm going to compile some software to try to add more support for those for mining, because you can mine off of them and some mining programs do have support for them, but a lot of people might have them laying around, and especially back when the graphics card like skyrocketed to ridiculous prices, all of a sudden the pro cards were still cheap. So you could totally, it was way better to just buy the pro cards and do it, but only if the miner supported it. So I'm going to build some support for those cards into a couple of the miners, and then kind of expand it out so that pretty much they'll be able to mine everything. But one interesting thing to note is that it's really kind of a pain in the ass to get to be able to get the Radeon software to accept both drivers at the same time, because there's 2 separate drivers. Like the gaming driver for the RX game cards is different than the Pro driver for the Radeon Pros. So you can have them both installed, but they're not running at the same time, and it's really tricky to get them to work together. So for what I'm having to do initially is, right now I just have the RX Vega that's mining like a beast, and because I'm trying to improve some hashing rates on it, but I'm having to run a virtual machine, so I'm going to set up a virtual machine so that I can install those drivers and then have them mining on top in addition to out of the same system. So that's a workaround. Eventually I'd like to figure out how to get them to both run easily out of the box. You know, say just have the drivers installed, but you don't actually have to be running it live. You just need to be somewhere there to be able to fix a fix to them. So, yeah, I don't know. So 2019 is gonna be, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be full of lots of little projects like that. But anyways, I hope everybody had a good holiday, and we got another holiday coming up here, New Year's. Going at 11 minutes now, so I'm gonna stop talking. So thanks for checking back, and see ya in the morrow. Yes. All right. A couple more days, and then it's the weekend time, and I'm gonna enjoy it. All right. I'm on the road. Click the like button, hit subscribe, tell your friends, comment below, and remember, it's a good thing.